Hey everyone, Rohit here, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be talking about the 5 reasons why autistics do not like Autism Speaks, or the controversy surrounding Autism Speaks. So, who are Autism Speaks? Autism Speaks is an organisation that helps find a cure for autism. They were founded in 2005 by Bob and Suzanne Wright. Bob and Suzanne Wright, who also founded Cure Autism Now in 1995 and the National Alliance for Autism Research in 1994. Now, I'm going to explain why Autism Speaks is a very controversial organisation. So, Autism Speaks generally want to fix children of parents with autism or any other autistic because they see it as a virus and a threat to humanity, rather than accepting autistic people for who they are today. Instead of providing them with the equipment and tools and the knowledge of the people to succeed, or even with advisors to succeed as well, they want to find a cure to evaporate autism. And for us autistics, that makes us feel looked down upon, and it makes us feel like, well, why are we here? Are we here just to entertain people? To be mocked at? Or are we here to just be a human like everyone else is? So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you 5 things that autistics do not like about Autism Speaks. So, the first reason is that Autism Speaks are trying to find a cure for autism. So they're trying to find a cure that will end autism because in their minds, right, they're thinking that autism is like a virus. It's like a disease, and it's like apparently they call us mentally ill because we're autistic, and because we're using things like hand flapping or shrugging our shoulders like this, or even when we have meltdowns, they think that, oh, it's because you're autism or you're autistic and we need to find a cure, otherwise you'll be ill forever. When that's not the case, all we want is the tools and equipment to succeed, and for people to accept us being autistic and accept us to be just people in the society that we live in. So my friends, reason number 2 is that Autism Speaks have a lot of funding that comes in every year, right? And with that funding, it's not the money that's well spent. They don't spend that funding that they either get from the government or they get from certain organizations. They don't spend that money well, and here's why. So the money that they spend, or the majority of the money of their funding, goes towards finding a cure for autism rather than family resources. So 20% of their funds go back into fundraising efforts, which is great to fundraise for like autism, but we want funds that go towards people who are autistic and people that need the support and guidance, equipment and tools to be able to lead a successful life. Apparently, 1% of their funding goes towards autism awareness and lobbying, so aka marketing, in other words, showing that they spend very little on us, in other words, on trying to make people aware about autism, but making people aware about how it affects us, how we would like to be treated, what support we will need to help us lead a successful and healthy life in the future. You know, looking in stuff like relationships as well, job prospects even. So, reason number 3, Autism Speaks. Now, their logo is like a blue jigsaw puzzle, and I have a problem with this, not just because it's just a blue jigsaw puzzle logo, but because that only represents that boys have autism. Only boys can be autistic, when that isn't really the case. Girls can also be autistic as well as to boys. Now, there is a stat that says that every 4 boys will get diagnosed with autism whilst on the spectrum, compared to every 1 girl who would get diagnosed on the spectrum. So it's 4 times as likely in boys than it is 1 times as likely in girls, which shows there's a huge problem in trying to address that autism can happen in anyone, in boys, girls, anyone. Also, the jigsaw puzzle is very controversial because it states that we can be a mystery or we can have a missing piece missing from us. We don't want to be known as someone who has a mystery or someone who's just having something that's missing from us. We want to be known as someone who are autistic, proud, and can be accepted in society. That's it. We just want to be accepted. That's pretty much it. Using the jigsaw puzzle, I recommend all of you to go and use the 8 infinity sign, which basically represents all colours and brings a sense of togetherness. Right, so reason number 4, there is no member on the Autism Speaks board or in the whole organisation who is autistic. Now to us that's a problem because we have no one to relate to. There was one person that was on the Autism Speaks board, but he left after a few months because I think he found out that there were so many problems within Autism Speaks. They thought that, or he or she, I think it was a he, that thought it was not rectifiable. Nothing could be done. So number 5, and last but not least, there are so many autistic organisations out there, guys and girls, that you can support apart from Autism Speaks. You don't have to support them. There's so many more out there. The Autism Self-Advocacy Network, the Autism Non-Binary and Women Network as well, the Global Autism Project, the National Autistic Society, and so many more. I'll attach links to all of them in the description down below, but there's so many more organisations you can support as to Autism Speaks. So there's so many that you can donate to, that you can help to give us autistics a great, healthy and better life to live, make people more aware about autistic people and how autistic people live their lives being autistic, and giving the support that they need to have a successful and healthier life in the years and days ahead. Well, that's it everyone. Thanks for listening to my little Autism Speaks tirade. I hope you've enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, comment if you want more autism advocacy content. This is Rohit. I hope you'll have a great day or have a great night wherever you are in the world. Take care, stay safe, and see you later. Bye.